Yay! And you look so pretty. Now everybody can see you. I don't think anyone's on there yet. We're going to give them, what does the countdown say? The countdown says they have 43 seconds to get on here. So we'll
Okay.
give them 43 seconds to get on here. How are you, Shayna?
I'm good.
You look so pretty. What did you do different? Because you look so pretty.
Oh,
I mean, you always look pretty.
I just had my hair done today. Got
Ooh,
my
yay. It looks like we have 3 people watching. Hi, Katrina.
Yay!
Yay. It's nice to see you. It's been so long. So please comment and join us because we absolutely love it. So we've been dying to do a live. Ooh, there's Angie. Hi, beautiful. Angie says hi, Shayna. Can you see the comments right there at the bottom? They're a little bit delayed. So they're a little bit delayed and it doesn't show their names on here, but I can see it on my phone. And Megan just joined in. Hi, Megan. She says here she is. Love it. Okay, guys. So today we decided just out of spontaneity because we're super crazy like that. We were on the phone and we're like, hey, let's go live so people can hear us talk because everybody loves to hear us talk, right?
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. So we created a small agenda and we're actually going to have a conversation with you guys that me and Shayna just had over the phone because, we found our conversation super interesting. Hi, Sarah. And hi, Sandra. Oh my gosh, I definitely want to invite Sandra Showwater to our live Facebook group because she is working in this amazing business where she's actually teaching other people business systems. And I've gotten to kind of watch what she's been doing and she's been developing and all the pointers she's giving other entrepreneurs in her Facebook group. And I'm super excited for her. So I think she would be a great guest for us.
Awesome.
Yeah. So you ready to get started?
I'm ready.
Okay. We're going to dive right in and you guys tell me what you guys think about the new thing we're doing. So our first topic is, do you want to be the best photographer? So we were talking about like our motivation for doing what we do. And we're both teachers. So a lot of times, like me and Shayna are obsessed with business. Like we are passionate about business. Like you guys probably were when you first learned photography. Like we were obsessed, right? When I learned photography, I was up till like 4 o'clock in the morning every night trying to learn everything. What about you, Shayna?
Yes, I was watching tutorials back to back. As soon as I would get home from work until the time I went to bed, I would just watch editing tutorials constantly.
Yeah. So one of the things that we have found that's kind of it's a downer for both of us because we're like in love with business. We've experimented, we've watched our businesses grow. Me and Shayna met each other kind of towards the beginning of our careers, right? Before we actually kind of took off, where she was just going from shoot and burn to IPS and I was doing kind of the same thing. Our business models were completely different at the time that we met. I was working mostly with little girls and girls who aspire to be models. So I totally had a different business model at the time. And then we both just kind of got together and it's been really fun to watch each other grow and push each other and motivate each other. I love it. Like we've never considered each other competition or like we've never competed with each other in any way. And I love our relationship. I've loved the things that we've done together. She's one of my best friends in the industry. So we are not, we're like no longer, I love you, but we're no longer necessarily motivated by being like the best photographer, right? Because I think at the beginning our motivation was, I want to learn how to edit like this. I want to learn how to. And I get messages from people all the time saying, well, how did you do that? And I want to learn this. And I want to take this workshop from this person so that I can learn how to do this with lighting. And one thing that I was telling Shayna that I came to realize like in the last 2 years was at some point, everyone's good, right? I mean, there's so much amazing talent out there. And at some point, you're not going to be the best. Like, you're not going to be the best at everything. You might be the best in your area. You might be amazing. But really, at some point, you realize, like, you can't even compare yourself because new talent's coming up all of the time. And if you don't have like clients that are booking you, that are helping you, create this business and take care of your family, like at some point, you're going to get burned out because you realize like you're constantly comparing yourself to other people. You're wanting those Facebook likes. You're putting all this time and effort into getting people to like your pictures and tell you how great your art is and getting that appreciation from people in our industry that you don't necessarily put all of your effort and care into nurturing those relationships with your clients. At some point, that switch has to come off where you realize that in order to be successful in this, your focus needs to have the best business and not be the best photographer. Do you agree, Shayna?
I do. Well, for me, I do, because the bottom line is your business profitable or not? And I mean, if you're doing this as a business and you're doing this to make income, um, you know, your clients are the most important thing. And at the end of the day, it's about your clients and about your business being profitable. It's not if you're the best in the industry and who likes your pictures in the Facebook group. I mean, that's all nice and everything. That's great. And it's great to get praise and feel good about it. But you need to, well, I feel like you need to focus your efforts where you're going to make money, and not just on, you know, trying to be the best or to get all this recognition, but it's really not bringing you in any money.
Or learn every technique, which I get it, because we're all creative, we're all artists. But my biggest dream now, like my biggest motivator, is that I don't want my friends to be starving artists. Like, do you know what like drives me? A big part of my passion is the fact that I get to wake up and do what I love every day and set my schedule, and I get paid to be creative and create art pieces for the thing that I love the most. Like, how lucky I am. I do not regret at all quitting my 9 to 5. And I want that for my friends. And sometimes it's hard because, you know, I have friends like Shayna who I'm like, hey, let's do this and let's do that. And Shayna's like, yes, let's do it. And she goes and she kicks butt. And then I have friends that are kind of, you know, they want to have that security, and there's nothing wrong with that. And if you watch my business webinar, I actually talk about that, which is, you know, I have to pay my bills. I have to make sure I have my safety net, all that good stuff. And so the fear holds them back, and it can be frustrating to be my friend because I want to push you guys, right? And then I feel guilty because I'm sitting there going, hey, do this, and hey, do that. So I apologize if you're my friend and I've done that to you. It's only because I believe in you, and because I want you guys to live this amazing life. Because honestly, I am so happy, and I'm at that point now where I'm able to help other people and help those people help their families. So by blessing other people, I'm getting blessings. So like now I have 2 part-time employees that are amazing. They're super talented photographers in their own right, and they're helping me scale my business so that we can all take care of each other. So they're both single moms, and you know, it makes me feel good to know that I can help them take care of their families. Like, that's the most amazing feeling. And I want that for everybody. I feel like we can all live our dreams, and they have goals to be able to shoot more and be the associate photographers within my business where they carry their own brands. Like, one of them wants to be the senior photographer and the other one wants to be in charge of like the families, and that's all she's going to do. And that's super exciting for me. And I want that for you guys. But here's the thing, we have to stop focusing on the product, right? So this is the one thing that me and this whole talk is about, is that all of us are so focused on the final product and the product that we're creating and delivering, and not focusing on what matters most, which is a business. Without a good business and good business systems, it doesn't matter how amazing your product is, because there's going to be an issue with your service, right? Either you're going to lose galleries, right? Galleries get lost, miscommunication happens, you have irate clients, you overpromise and underdeliver, you don't have a system for ordering, editing, or shipping. Your clients show up and they're not dressed appropriately. Like, there's so many things that can go wrong in your system and your client onboarding all the way through product delivery, because you haven't sat down and focused on creating or building a good business model. You've been so focused on the final product. It doesn't matter how beautiful your final image is if the memory and the experience attached to it is a bad one, right? And our reputations are everything. And yeah. So if I love your pictures and it's hanging in the wall and someone comes and gives me a compliment, oh, wow, what a beautiful picture. I'm going to tell you, it's happened to me, okay? My maternity pictures for my first baby, I went to a photographer, beautiful work, but I did not enjoy the experience. And so I have those pictures, and when people compliment me about them, I just kind of downplay and like, because it was not the best experience. I never went back to her. Beautiful pictures, beautiful technique, but I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't a great experience. The customer service to me just wasn't there. So I wouldn't go back and I wouldn't have recommended her. It doesn't matter how beautiful the pictures are. I don't treasure them and I don't go. They're not even on my walls, okay? They're like in a drawer somewhere.
Bad girl.
Yeah. I mean, give us an example, Shayna, like of your kind of your client experience and how everything works with you.
Well, I had kind of the same kind of deal you were talking about. I hired a family photographer one time who does beautiful work, and I just was amazed at her work, and I was so excited. But like you said, the client experience was just not what I expected. I felt like she was rushing us the whole time. There was hardly any direction, and even though the pictures turned out, I mean, they're gorgeous. She does gorgeous work, but I felt like they could have been better, and I was really let down by the experience. Now, the next time I hired somebody for family pictures, I mean, it was just a totally different. I mean, she was wonderful. It was wonderful, and I just love the picture so much more. And I would totally go back to her. Whereas the
Right.
first one, I would not.
And
Even though
both,
the pictures were good, it wasn't
yeah,
the quality
yeah.
of the pictures, but it was just the experience. And so, that is so important. And just doing what you say you're going to do, and not getting overwhelmed, and not getting yourself so backed up that you can't deliver when you say you're going to deliver, or you can't, fulfill the order when you say you're going to fulfill the order. And just, you have to be reliable. It only takes one bad client experience to spread
Mhm.
around, to really, because word of mouth is everything. It's
Mhm.
everything.
Exactly. All right. So now here's the next topic, which is shiny new objects. Okay.
Oh, yes.
Me and Shayna are so guilty of this. Okay. I get super excited. So like I go and we've both invested in education. I've invested in a personal business coach, which is I'm not even gonna tell you how much it cost me, but it has been an investment that was completely worth it. It has completely transformed my business. I have been able to scale because of it. And it wasn't a coach that was teaching me photography business, but how to run a business. And so business is business is business. And the same things that will work for a dental office are going to work for a photography studio because they're at the core. There's certain systems that you have to have implemented for marketing and attracting your ideal clients for you to be successful and be a profitable business.
Right.
But with that is like, oh, look at that. I want to try this new marketing idea that so and so is trying. And so you go and you try it and it doesn't work after 2 days. So here's another shiny new object with a new marketing idea. So let me try that. Well, that's not working. Let me go on Instagram and try this. So what happens is that you have not allowed whatever thing you're testing or whatever thing you're doing to run its course for you to get a true comparison and a true analysis. If you're running an ad for 2 days and get nothing, like no feedback, you cannot really analyze if that ad is working or not because you ran it for 2 days. Same thing with implementing like a senior program or an email newsletter or blogging. If you're not going to see it the next day or the first time you do it, you may not even see it in 30 days. It might take you up to 6 weeks for you to really start seeing the return on that. So instead of being distracted by trying to do 100 things, it's important that you just narrow it down to one or two things for you to start testing and running a comparison. So like, what's my most popular product? Lead with one product. Stop leading with 10. Shayna does seniors and she does fairies and she does families. But when she's advertising consistently, it's not like she's posting a different picture of a totally different genre every single day. She leads with her senior photography. Like that's her main focus. That's the brand she wants to build. And then, she'll post here and there other things and she's going to take those clients. She's not going to turn them away, but that's not the product she's leading with because it waters down your message. And then you're trying to target 3-4 different clients instead of targeting one particular message.
Yeah, that is a struggle for me because I kind of have two things going on. I have my seniors and then I have my families, and I can kind of lump kids in with families. So it's really two different things. And the marketing is totally different for those two genres. And so it's like, I really need to have, two separate magazines in two separate, like when they inquire about seniors,
Mhm.
I need to send them something different than if they inquire about family sessions. And so it really is two separate things in terms of like marketing, and even, the marketing materials that I send out, and um, put things that I post to social media. Um, I'm still marketing to moms with both of them, but usually it can be with seniors, you've got this certain age of mom that's going to, has seniors. With families, it could be all ages. It could be, moms that are really young, or it could be, grandmas wanting a picture of the whole
Mhm.
family. So it's kind of a big range, but um, it's overwhelming, and I can't imagine. Like, I know some people just shoot it all. They do newborns and weddings, and that, like, I cannot even wrap my head around how you deal with shooting everything. And I know some people do it and they do a great job, but
Right.
I mean, that would like
Yeah. So
that would
Katrina has a question. She said, "How do you choose? I don't know what I want to do." So here's the thing: you don't have to choose right away, right? But let's say you like three things. Pick one product to lead with. If it's the one thing that gets the most engagement on your page, then that's the product I would lead with, because you already have an audience that is attracted to that. So let's say you are photographing children and you get lots of engagement every time you post a picture of a little kid. Well, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep posting pictures of little kids and keep trying to target those moms. It doesn't mean that I quit doing the other things, but that's the one that, gets me the most engagement. It's probably my most popular. It's the one where people are actually hiring me to do.
yeah.
So I'll give you an example with me is that I have Goddess and then I have Marabella Portraits, right? Goddess is just under the umbrella of Marabella Portraits. So I just started putting all my energy and focus on Goddess, because I found, for me, it wasn't that I loved it more. It was that it was easier for me to see value in it. So you have to believe in your product. And it was really hard for me to, want to charge $1,500 or $2,000 for a children's picture, because there's so many talented photographers out there that are doing child photography for $200 or for $150. And so it would make me feel like, wow, I'm competing with this amazing, talented person. And then I would see these kids that would just go from one photographer to the next. The next thing I know, they're being shot by the 10 local photographers here. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I didn't want to compete for that pricing. I did not want to be there. So I decided to focus everything on Goddess, which I felt was an experience that was worth the pricing. It was easy for me to believe in what I was giving them, that I didn't care and I didn't bat an eye to say, on average, most clients spend about $2,000 on a Goddess experience. Like, I had no issue with saying that. And it's the same thing with the products. I used to sell everything because they told me to sell everything. I narrowed it down. I found that I'm in love with these metals that I have. And so I have no problem saying that's a $3,000 metal, because it's beautiful and I value it and I believe in it. So find that product that truly you're passionate about, that you like, and lead with that. You don't have to give up on everything else. You can still do it, but that's your main focus. That's your bread and butter. I still do motherhood sessions. I still do children sessions. I still do family sessions, but my bread and butter is Goddess and then motherhood Goddess. Those are the two things.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good. And so Katrina, yes, just which one makes your heart sing? Which one are you so happy to do every day? Which one already generates some interest for you?
Yeah. I
To
mean,
start
like,
with that.
if there's things that, like, when they call you and they're like, "Can you do a maternity session?" and you're like, "Oh my God, a maternity session." Like, you really don't want to do it, but you're like, "Okay, well, I don't want to turn them away." I mean, don't feel bad about turning people away. Get some other photographers that you can refer them out to. I do that all the time. If it's something that I don't want to shoot, I don't do it. I do not
Exactly.
do it.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that. All right. So the next one. Um, wow. We're like, how long have we been on? We've been on for a couple of minutes now. All right. So what is coming up? Shayna, do you have anything coming up?
Um, as far as just with me coming
Yeah, with you or in any plans? You have a beginner's workshop coming up, don't you?
up, no, I already had my beginners workshop.
Oh, okay. How did
Um,
that go?
but I do have something coming up. I believe it's going to be in April, and it's with Samarana.
That's
I don't know
awesome.
if you guys are familiar with Samarana. They have a membership. It's $19 a month, and you get access to actions and overlays and editing videos and just all sorts of great things. And they have started, they have a full-time editor, or a couple of full-time editors, but they've started doing a guest editor of the month. And I don't know if y'all have seen that. Lindsay Lee is the guest editor for this month. And I'm going to be coming up as one of the guest editors from April. So
congratulations.
Looking forward to that. Thank
Yay.
you.
I see you edit. I love your editing. And you're so fast, which I'm like, how are you that fast? I don't get it. Yes, you are, compared to me, especially. God, I take forever. And I've worked on that. I'm still working on it. So coming up, we also have the Finding North workshop coming up, like in September. So we're excited. That's going to be in Tennessee. Yay. So I hope you guys join us. Shayna's going to be teaching. I'm going to be teaching. I'm teaching Studio Fine Art. And I'm telling Stephanie that we should definitely have a business class. This is a thing that breaks my heart, and Shayna's too, is that nobody wants to talk to us about business. Nobody wants to book a workshop when it's business. I just, I announced the cheapest workshop ever, and it was because I'm testing out new modules for my Artist Inside of Me workshop. And so it's 3 days. 2 of those days are concentrated on business. It was by invitation only, or you had to be a previous student in order to be able to get into it. And it was only like $350, which is nothing. That doesn't even cover my cost, okay? And I had like 5 people sign up, which is great. We're gonna have an amazing weekend. I'm super excited because we're gonna deep dive. But I was like in shock, like people don't want to go and invest in that. But you know, I see people spending $2-3 grand, you know, a year on editing and photography workshops, which are beautiful. But at some point, you have to realize.
I think it's like some people just haven't had their wake-up call yet. I know I had a wake-up call about probably 3 years ago because I was the same way. All I wanted to do was learn how to edit and learn how to shoot better and learn how to composite and learn how to do all this, you know, cool stuff. And, you know, I was giving my work away for, you know, $150. Here's the digitals. Great. Ooh, a little spending money. And then at the end of that year, I told myself that I was going to keep up with my expenses that year, and I was going to keep up with my profit, you know, or the money that I was making. And I sat down at the end of the year, and I figured it all up, and I realized that I had actually lost money. So I had actually paid my clients to take their pictures, because between the you know, education I was spending money on, and the equipment and the computer and the blah blah and whatever, props and just all of that, you know, I actually lost money. And I was like, seriously, I was like, oh my God, I have spent this much time away from my family and working weekends and all, and I didn't even make any money. Like I didn't even make any money. What the hell am I doing? Like, why am I doing all this? This is stupid.
That is like the biggest point, what you just said, which was sit down, analyze your profits and your losses. Like that's going to change your life. That's what changed my life. Once I started paying attention where my money was going and how much money was coming in, that was like, whoa, I got to fix this.
Yeah. I was like, this is dumb. So that at that point I was like, you know what? I'm going to start charging what I'm worth. I'm going to start charging more. And hey, guess what? If nobody wants to pay me, then I'll just have a hobby, because I am not going to work this hard for nothing. That doesn't even make sense. That's stupid. That's not a business. That is not a business.
No, it's not. So if you guys leave with anything today and you haven't done this, it's only February. Sit down. I know it's scary. This is how I describe it. I describe it as looking under the hood of your car, and sometimes it's not pretty. Oh my God, my computer's gonna die. Can you give me the charger before we lose this call? Thank you. Yeah. Good thing I looked. Yes. Look under the hood of your car. It's not pretty. Nobody else has to look at it, but look at it and see where your money is going. See if you're profitable at all. And it's going to change your life. It's really going to set you on the right course. Even if you don't come to me, if you don't talk to Shayna, like I don't care where you go. I just want you to be successful. That's all I care about. I want people in our industry to be successful because it's just going to raise all of us and push us all. That's why I surround myself with people like Shayna, who I consider amazingly talented and also very, very, very business savvy. Like that's what inspires me and drives me. Like if she can do it, then I know I can do it and we can push each other. That's what I want to see. Nothing makes me happier. If you're one of my students that has been in my workshops, you guys know, like Lauren, I think should be in here. She messages me when she hits her goals. She's like, my monthly goal for this month was this much, and I hit it. Like, it makes me so proud. I have another student that just messaged me, like he sold his top package like 3 times, where he went from, not even being able really to, from booking clients at $250 to being able to book clients at $1,000. Like it was a huge difference after having a 2-hour class with me. You guys can do it. Everybody can do it. Like that makes me the happiest. So let's focus on that.
Some people, like, they think they have to be at a certain level with their work. Like they think they have to be this amazing to charge higher prices, and you don't. You guys would not believe the amount of, I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but there are plenty of like mediocre photographers out there banking. I mean, and you look at their work and you're like, well, it's a nice picture, but it's like nothing special. It's just a picture. And they're making thousands off of,
and some of them are near you guys. Some of them are your neighbors. Yeah. Like you guys don't even know. Some of the people that you're like, oh my God, their work's not that great. They're your neighbors and they're banking. So put that, like start investing and putting time into your business system. Sandra's here on the commenter. I'm going to tell her to post her Facebook group and stuff, because she posts lots of awesome information and it's totally a free resource. So I definitely want to see if we can bring her in next week or something, because she will go back into systems, which is something that I'm totally advocating for. What else do we have coming up? I am offering mentoring for 6 months to 3 people, and it's business mentoring. So it's not editing, it's not photography, it's fixing, implementing business systems and stuff. It's not going to be like crazy expensive, but it's not cheap. Okay. But it's cheaper than it would be like next year if I do it again. And because this is the test run, this is the group that we're testing. So I'm offering it at a 50% discount of what it's going to be offered next year if I continue to do it. I love teaching. And so I would much rather invest all of my heart and soul into helping one person like develop and flourish, rather than teaching to 20 people and having the 20 people not really be invested or not really seeing the value. Like I get a lot of excitement and joy from these group workshops, and everybody's like gun ho, but then they leave, and nothing breaks my heart faster than seeing them do nothing with everything that we talked about. And it happens a lot, and y'all don't even know. I get so sad. So that's what's going on. And lastly, how to contact us, Sheena. Let them know how they can contact you.
Anyway, like
call her,
messenger, email, ShaynaCCarterPhotography.com.
Yeah. And so me, it's MarabellaPortraits.rocks, because Marabella Portraits rocks. Super easy. And then of course through Messenger as well. You guys can also call me. I may not pick up the phone, but you can leave a message. Anyway, I want to leave some Q&A. This was just small talk today. We just decided that we wanted to talk to you guys a little bit. We want more interaction in this group. We really don't know how to make that happen. We really, we love discussing business. We love seeing your work posted, and, we might get a little bit of interaction, but then it falls away. So it makes us really sad. But we definitely don't want the group to disappear. So, if we're sharing our time, like take advantage of it, because, a lot of people don't do that. And a lot of people are not open books, and both Shayna and I are definitely open books that are willing to share with you guys. So if you guys have any questions right now, ask us. Yay, Angie, I'm happy you were able to go on the live with us. I hope I get to see you when I go to New York. Hi, Alberto. Hi, Michelle. All right, so I don't see any questions. No questions? Nothing? No? All right, so Shayna's actually going to go do a consultation now, aren't you?
Yeah, it's 6.
Oh, okay. Who are you meeting today? Tell us about your process.
Okay, I'm meeting with, I don't do consultations before people book. I know a lot of people do that, and I only do phone consultations. So this is actually, I shouldn't call it really a consultation. It's more of a planning meeting. So this person's session is coming up next month, and it's a family session. So we're meeting to talk about wardrobe and decide what locations we're going to use for this family session. So
Yeah, so our system or for client onboarding is a little different. I agree with Shayna. A lot of the other groups are going to tell you that you need to start, client nurturing from getting them on the phone to making them come and meet you and sit down with you and have a conversation with you. And then that's your consult. And then after that, they have to come back. You do your photo shoot. And then after that, they have to come back and you do your reveal. Like, that's great. I tried it. I learned a lot, but that just does not work for me, especially considering that I'm so busy and I want to scale my business. I cannot, if I was to do that, I could not handle more than like 3 or 5 clients because that's a very long process. And at this point, we're talking about like 2 months, 2 or 3 months sometimes. And I want those clients that have the disposable income. Those clients, I know for a fact that I will pay a premium if it's easier, like ease of
Oh, yeah.
access. Like, I will pay $10 to have Uber deliver me food so I don't have to get out of the car and go to IHOP and get me some IHOP if I feel like IHOP. You know what I mean? Like, people
Yes.
will pay a premium for that. So these CEOs, these people that have the disposable income, they don't want to come see you 4 or 5 times, especially if they live 45 minutes away. I mean, sometimes we're not getting clients that are 15 minutes away because, we have a targeted price point. So those clients might not be local. They might be coming from another city. So you want to save them as much time as possible. So I developed a system that would work for me where I can see more clients now. I mean, ultimately, our goal at our studio now is to see 30 to 40 clients a month. We're not there yet. Right now we're about 12 clients a month, but we want to get it to 30 or 40. Well, that's not going to happen even if I have other people helping me, if they're having to come see me 3 or 4 times. So I had to develop a system that would work where they were still getting the best client experience. They were still coming in prepared. We have amazing images, but it's all streamlined and done at a much faster, quicker pace because we want that turnaround so that then I can ask for referrals and get more clients. So anyway, I see no more questions. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Have a great day. Don't forget to contact us if you're interested in one-on-one mentoring with me. Let me know. I do have several workshops coming up with a lot of business talk. All of the workshops that I'm doing this year are going to have at least one day of business and marketing. So I'm refocusing. That's who you want to go to. There will be editing and shooting, but it's only going to be one day. So it's not going to be 2 days of just editing and shooting. And if you guys want to see me and Shayna team up again, you need to comment and tell us that we need to put together a Finding Magic like retreat or something. Yeah. You missed everything, Sarah. Sarah said, "What did I miss?" You missed everything. Watch the replay. It was a good one. Great. All right. Well, bye, Shayna. Thank you so much. And thanks, you guys. Have a great week, okay?